Hey, so in this video, I'm going to be covering my training plan, expectations, and thoughts for HYROX London in May 2024. So how did I get here? I signed up for HYROX in London on the 3rd of December 2023. My place was a charity entry for Macmillan Cancer Support, and I'm taking part in the Men's Open category. While buying my ticket, I also picked up the Sportograph photo package. I think that's how you say it anyway. And I picked up a spectator ticket for my wife to join me for the day. In total, it came to £100 and 69p, which included a £5.70 service fee. As for fundraising, I'm just over the halfway mark on my Just Giving page. And if you want to help me reach my target, there is a link in the description. Your donations are more than welcome. So I guess I should start with a little background about myself. I am a group fitness instructor and I currently teach 3 days a week. I teach Les Mills classes. So these are the ones you normally see in the studios in gyms, things like body pump and body combat. But I teach Les Mills grit and sprint, which are high intensity interval training classes. And I also teach strength development and functional strength. These are both strength or weight training classes. And I tend to do something on my remaining 4 days, which is either strength or mobility training. And I also have a dog who I walk 1 to 3 times a day, depending on if I have her for the full day. And that normally results in me getting 10,000 steps per day. So how did I train for HYROX? So I decided I wouldn't do a great deal of specific training until I'd come back from my holiday, which was during February 2024. The holiday was a pretty relaxing holiday, so I didn't want to do a great deal in advance of that. But prior to the holiday, I did start running outdoors just to get my legs used to running again, as running isn't something I do a great deal usually. And then since coming back from holiday, I joined a local gym. And I joined a gym because I wanted access to some of the HYROX specific equipment. So the gym I joined has a sled. Well, it's actually one of those tank sleds. It is a Tank M4. So it has wheels, and the resistance, I believe, comes from how hard you're pushing the sled, along with a level adjustment on the side. When I first went to the gym, I started loading that sled up with plate weights, and then I soon realized it didn't seem to make a great deal of difference. So since then, I've just put it on the hardest setting and I've just been pushing it as hard as I can anytime I'm doing sled pushes or pulls. In addition to the sled, the gym also has a ski erg, a skill row, a skill mill, which can be used for sled work or running, and of course a treadmill. And I quite like using a treadmill because I get to set the running pace and stick to it. I do usually train at home, but I've really enjoyed going back to a gym and having access to a lot more equipment. And I think having that equipment has given me more of a purpose with my training. So what have I been up to since I got back from holiday? So I've been at the gym 2 to 3 days per week. And every time I've been to the gym, I've been doing HYROX specific training. I haven't really been doing anything too complicated. I've just been on Instagram looking for workouts from pages like HYROX Workouts or HYROX UK, saving them. And then when I get to the gym, I pick one and I get on with it. And around that, I've still been teaching my 3 classes per week. I've been trying to run outdoors 1 day per week with my dog, Darcy. And when I'm outside running, I try and stick to a zone 2 run where I might do anywhere between 4 and 7 miles. So I've got just over 1 week left until HYROX London. So as of next week, I will begin tapering down my training so I'm ready for HYROX at the weekend. I am feeling confident. I think my training has been moving in the right direction, and I've definitely got lots of running in where I wouldn't usually do a great deal of running. I've been running around a 430 to 450 kilometer pace, and these have been in my compromise workouts I found on Instagram. I found the ski erg, which I hadn't actually used prior to starting my HYROX training. The row and the sled push and pull have felt fine for me. For the wall balls, I've been training sets of 20 to 25. Hopefully on the day, I can keep to something similar for the 100 I need to complete. And the burpees and lunges have generally felt fine for me. I think in the classes I teach, we do a lot of burpees, albeit not chest to floor, and lunges. So I think I feel relatively confident in those movements. I think the biggest surprise in the training has been the farmer's carry. Moving 2 24 kilogram dumbbells across the floor definitely challenged my grip strength. In my first day doing the farmer's carries, I got about 50 meters in and my grip had gone. So I've been doing a lot more farmer's carries over the last few weeks. I've really enjoyed the change in the training. I like the simplistic movements for HYROX, and I've found I've really been able to push myself during each and every workout. And this has been a welcome change from weight training and mobility work. Talking of mobility, I've still been doing something day to day. I tend to bounce around doing GoWOD or Tom Morrison's simplistic mobility method. I should probably just stick to doing one or the other, but that's how it goes. I try to fit in one mobility session per day, and sometimes I manage to squeeze in one in the morning and one after work. And if you're enjoying this video, please consider giving it a like. It really will help my channel grow. Thank you. So what is my aim and plan for the day? So firstly, I want to have raised the £400 I promised to raise for Macmillan Cancer. Of course, I want to finish HYROX, and I've set myself a soft goal of 1 hour 35. From my research, this looks to be a bit of a benchmark time for someone my age. And I used the HYROX calculator I found online, and that gave me some guidance towards the ski, row and run. So my HYROX start time is on Sunday, the 5th of May, and it is anywhere between 12:50 and 8:40. Yes, 8:40. I'm really hoping my wave goes relatively early in the afternoon, as I'm not someone that likes to stay up too late. I would much rather have gone in the morning if it were possible. I'm also staying in a nearby hotel for the night in London, so going earlier in the day would have been much better for me. The hotel I booked includes breakfast, so I'm going to try and fuel up with a nice breakfast in the morning. And of course, I don't want to eat anything too out of the ordinary, as I don't want that to affect my body or my performance on the day. I'll do my best to try and stay hydrated as well. So I'll probably use 1 or 2 of the hydration sachets I bought recently. I bought them from a company called LMNT. I think that's how you say it anyway. And I've been using those over the last few weeks, so my body is used to having them. As soon as I've finished HYROX and I've recovered and peeled myself up off the floor, I'm going to be looking to start my commute back home. As for clothing, footwear and tech, for clothing, I'll be wearing my Macmillan vest to show my support for the charity. On my feet, I bought a pair of Ultra Escalante racers. I think that's how you say it. And these trainers have been great so far. I usually wear barefoot shoes, so I didn't want a trainer with too much padding or support, but I also didn't want to run in barefoot shoes, as I'm not used to doing that. A big question I've seen in a lot of the Facebook groups and generally online for HYROX is what footwear you should be wearing, especially for the sled push. And all I can say is my Ultras have been great in any sled work I've been doing so far. They've not slipped on the floor or come off my feet. As for tech, I'll just be wearing my Apple Watch Ultra. I'm not really sure how useful it will be on the day, but I will track my workout like I would usually do in the gym or when I'm teaching my classes. And where I have the workout timer on my Apple Watch, I'll use that as my guidance for my 1 kilometer running times. I currently don't feel nervous or worried about the event, which hopefully is a good thing, but I am interested to see if that changes before or on the day. As for YouTube, I'm planning on filming some clips, or my wife will be filming some clips of me. And this is so I can make a video documenting the day and the experience in general. And in that video, I'll do an appraisal of how the event went for me, any thoughts I have, and what I might do for my next one. And I'm pretty sure the event on the day will highlight a few things I should have done more of in my training. I have absolutely no idea how I'm going to feel after, hopefully not too bad. I've completed the Great South Run, which is a 10-mile road race. Usually after that, I'm pretty tired and my legs are sore. But what I will say is I don't usually do any specific running training for that leading up to the event. So I don't really have anyone else to blame for that. So in the evening after the event, hopefully I'll just get a good dinner in and a good night's sleep. In the days after HYROX, I'll ease back into my training and very likely go back to doing my weight training and mobility work. And of course, I'll be teaching my classes and walking my dog day to day. So if you've already done your first HYROX, what were your biggest takeaways from the event? Leave a comment down below. And then looking ahead, I already feel like I may want to do another HYROX in the future. And I'm also interested in trying the pro or doubles category, but I guess let's see how I get on in the open first. I think the biggest issue that most people seem to have is actually getting a place at the London event. Tickets seem to sell out very fast, but London is the closest venue that I could go to. Although you do have Manchester, Glasgow, Dublin, And then if I wanted to go a little bit further, I could do something like Paris or Nice in France. So if you have your first HYROX coming up, do you have any questions? I'd love to help you answer them down below. And I think that about does it. Please look out for my follow-up video coming very soon. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe for more fitness related content, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.